Hello everyone, Equipment War here, and welcome to my build guide for my max range Cyclone build. This build is incredibly powerful. We take down pretty much any enemy in the game, have really good clear speed, really good survivability, and overall really fun to play. And then we'll take down at zero like nothing. So I'm gonna go over my passive skill tree, the gear, and the weapons I'm using. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. So let's take a fast look at my passive skill tree. I'm going to have a link in the description to where you can find my passive skill tree and take a look for yourself. So let's get started. I started by taking the light attack speed and accuracy. I mainly take this one just for the attack speed. And then I went for the physical damage, armor evasion and life, master of the arena, more life, art of the gladiator, and by the way, Master Arena even increases your weapon range, which are fairly important in this build, because you want as much weapon range as you can get. I have Destroyer. I also have a Yule here, which increases my physical damage, increase area damage, and give me some resistance. I have Golem's Blood for even better life. I have Cloak and Chain to get more armor and resistance. And I have Iron Reflexes, and later in the game I also took Hatchet Master. But this was later in the game, was about level 80 plus. I have Wrecking Ball, and I have Executioner. I also have a Splitter and Strike, and I think I forgot to mention I also have Destroyer. I have Bloodless. You don't need Unwavering Stance when you're using Cyclone, because you can't get stunned when using Cyclone. I took Juggernaut, and if you want even more Life Leech, you can take Lust for Carnage. I have a Warlord Reach gem, and you can get this one by doing quests on Act 2 in Merciless, when you're gonna find the Golden Hand. Then I went up here to my road area. I took a Butchery, Born to Fight, Heart of the Warrior. I took Diamond Skin to easily get the resistance. I have Armor Mastery. I also have this life and armor notes here. And by the way, you don't have to have Diamond Skin. If you have already maxed out resistance, you don't need Diamond Skin. I have Barbarism, I have Cleaving, and I have Slaughter. I have Resolute Sneak, which means I can't crit, but the enemy can't evade my attacks, so I don't need any accuracy. And when I'm leveling up more, I gotta take this Euro socket here. If you want some armor, you can take Indecisible for good protection. And finally, I have Devotion. So I've pretty much taken all of the life I easily can get. And for my Ascendancy skill tree, I have only ascended 3 times, because I can't find the last freaking trial to get to the 4th one, which are really annoying, because it would be so fun to have this complete, but I'm gonna do it as soon as I find the last trial. But the first thing I did was taking Endless Hunger and Brutal Favor, which are really nice notes and really good for your survivability. And then I went for Bane of Legends, and I'm gonna take Headsman. Headsman is amazing, Bane of Legends is amazing as well. They're pretty much really good, and pretty much just really good. So that's my setup for my passive skill tree, and so I'm gonna move on and talk a little bit about my gear. So let's take a look at my items and weapon. I start with my weapon. I'm using Atzir's Disfavor, which are pretty much the best axe you can have to a build like this. They give you a huge amount of physical damage, increase the level of your support gems, curses bleeding, and increase your weapon range. But it's kind of a pricey axe, and you can use a rare axe instead if you can get an axe which have as high physical damage and attack speed as possible. For a helmet, just aim for life and resistance and as high armor roll as you possibly can get. For amulet, I'm using the Restu Salute, which increases my weapon range and gives a decent amount of resistance. But you can use a rare amulet instead, which have as high life as you possibly can get, and resistance you might need. And if you can, try to get some flat physical damage on it as well. Same thing for the rings, try to get as high life you possibly can get, and resistance and flat physical damage if you can afford it. For gloves, try to get as high life as you can get, red resistance you might need, and flat physical damage and attack speed if you can afford it. And same thing with the belt, preferably a rustic stash, try to get as high life as you can, and the resistance you might need. And for boots, try to get some boots which have really good movement speed, that's the most important one, and good life, and if you need, some nice resistance. And finally for my armor, I'm using Calm's Heart, which are really good armor, give you a huge amount of life, but it doesn't give you any sockets. You can use a rare armor instead, which will go into the cheaper because Calm's Heart is quite expensive. You can use a rare armor which have as high armor as you can get, and good life, and if you can and need, some resistance. You can even use another unique armor called the Belly of the Beast that you can see on screen right now. It gives you a really good boost to your life. So let's take a look at the skill gems and support gems I'm using. For my 6-link setup, I'm using Cyclone, Blood Magic, Fortify, faster attacks, melee physical damage and added fire damage. For a 5-link setup, I'm recommending Cyclone, Blood Magic, faster attacks, melee physical damage and Fortify. For the auras I'm using Hatred, Herald of Ash and Arctic Armor. Auto skills I'm using Leap Slam for mobility, Blood Rage for increased damage, and they are both linked to Blood Magic. I'm also using a Vengeance skill gem. And finally, for the bandits I helped and killed. In normal I helped Orc to get a 40% increased life. In Cruel I helped Kratin to get the attack speed. In Merciless, I just killed all of them and get the passive skill point. I thank you all for watching, and tell me in the comment what you think about the build, and if you have any questions about the build or if I forgot something, please tell me. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.